Okay, so I'm getting ready to hit the road this weekend with Noah Guthrie and Good Trouble. It's been a crazy past couple of days. We've been rehearsing, trying to get ready for the set and everything, but I'm about to start packing my gig bag, and I thought I would turn the camera on and show you guys what's in my gig bag for 2019. It has changed a little bit since the last time I did one of these videos about a year ago. Now, the run we're going on this week is just a short 3-show, 4 or 5 day run. We're opening for Dwight Yoakam. It's just a Southeastern regional thing, and then we have a week off, and then another 3 or 4 shows with Dwight Yoakam. But the way I'm packing my gig bag is pretty much the same, whether it's a 3 or 4 day run or a 3-week run. I have some essential pieces of gear that I bring with me every time I go on the road for an extended period of time or a one-off gig. So today I'm going to show you what I keep in my gig bag. If you're interested in picking up anything that I talk about today in the video, it's all going to be linked in the description box down below. Those are Amazon affiliate links. So if you buy through those links, I get a small commission, which really helps me out in making these videos. Okay, so first let's start off by talking about the actual gig bag that I'm taking on the road. This is my trusty mono dual case. This is the M80 dual case. I've had this thing for going on 3 years now, maybe 4 years. And you can see it's, you know, a little worse for wear. I've had this thing on plenty of airplanes. It's been under airplanes a few times. It's been in the back of Sprinter vans and trailers and all over the place. And I feel really comfortable putting my guitars in the M80. Now, it is true that hard cases do offer more protection than a soft padded gig bag does. But for me, these do more than enough to protect the guitars inside, and the added convenience of having both guitars in one case that I can throw on my back and take into a gig with my pedal board and amp in hand is worth it to me. Also, having all of the storage space with the pockets, which I'll show you in just a second. To me, it's worth going with a padded gig bag like the mono case or the Reunion Blues over a couple of hard cases. They also take up less space in the trailer or bus or van. They're just more convenient. Now, I like the mono cases for a few reasons. Mainly, they have this neck support system inside they call the headlock. So it does a good job of supporting the neck, keeping it up, even with angled headstock guitars. I used to have a Les Paul that I would travel with in here, and it would keep the headstock off of the bottom of the case, which was nice. They also have this secret hidden pocket here in the top, which you can keep your keys in, some extra strings, and string winder and neck brace, which I will get into in just a second. Here is a, what is this? Oh, this is a Jesse Wilson set list from that gig a couple weeks ago. You can watch that video here. The mono bags also have these hooks on the front, which you can get an optional accessory from mono called the guitar tick, which actually Noah has one. Let me go grab it. Okay, so this is Noah's acoustic case, and he has the guitar tick accessory, which basically gives you some extra storage space. You can put cables, a small pedal board. I think one of the Pedal Train Nanos will even fit in the tick. So if you need some extra storage space, you can get that. I think they're like $100 extra or something like that. But for me, I've found I don't really need one. The included pockets on the mono bag are more than enough for what I need to carry. And probably my favorite thing about the mono case is the giant pocket on the front here. Like I said, this is probably what makes me go for something like a padded gig bag over a hard case, is the ability to just put everything you need right in the front of the bag. All right, so now the case is out of the way. Let's talk about what's going inside the case, starting with the most important part, which is the guitars. These are the 2 guitars I'm taking out on the road with me this week, starting with Old Faithful. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know this guitar. This is my Novo Ceres J. I bought this a little over 2 years ago from Righteous Guitars here in town. This guitar is my baby. It's my pride and joy. I use it all the time here on the channel. I take it with me to just about every gig. But as you can see, it's a cool offset shape. Mine has this great sort of rose gold pink sparkle finish that I love, and 2 P90s. These are Amalfitano P90s. You can also get them loaded with Fralins or Lawlers or whatever you want. It's got the Mastery Jazzmaster style trim system and bridge on it. The other guitar I'm bringing is a Revolta Mandata. Now these are really cool because they're designed by Dennis Fano, but they're built by Eastwood Guitars. They're made in Korea at the Eastwood factory, and these are really, really cool guitars. This one's on loan from Eastwood, and it's got 3 Firebird pickups, the 3 mini humbuckers, and a really unique switching layout, which I will show you here. So when this switch is down, it acts as a normal 3-way switch. So you have bridge, middle pickup, and neck pickup. When this switch is in the middle, it acts more like a Strat. So you have bridge and middle, bridge and neck and middle. And then when this switches up, you have all 3 pickups on at the same time. So this is actually a super versatile guitar. In fact, whenever I get my 3rd Novo built, I'm gonna go for this pickup configuration, I think. I love the way the mini humbuckers sound, and you can get a lot of different tones out of this switching setup. But these are really cool guitars. They sound great, they play really well, and this one's kind of a showstopper, the white on white. My favorite thing about it is the white binding, which is a slightly different color white than the body. So why am I bringing 2 guitars on the road? Well, you always want to have a backup in case you blow a string in the middle of a set. You can quickly grab another guitar with you on stage or just off stage. But whenever I play with Noah, I'm pretty much always playing at least 1 song, sometimes 3 or 4 in open E and playing slides. So the Mandata is my open E slide guitar for this run, and the Ceres J is my #1, using it for 90% of the set. All the songs are being played on this guitar. All right, next up are cables. Now, traditionally, when I have my pedal board and amp set up, I bring 3 cables with me. But with this run, I'm using the Helix, and I'm going direct to front of house, stereo out of the Helix. So there is no pedal board, there is no head and cab or combo. It's literally just the Helix. So technically, I only need 1 cable. I'm gonna bring 2, just so I have a backup, but this is gonna be my primary cable. This is a Mogami Gold. I'm a big Mogami fan. I'm not sponsored by Mogami. I just have always bought and played Mogami Gold cables. Recently, I've been using this one because it has one of the Neutrik silent plugs on it. Now, these are really cool because you can unplug from your guitar without that annoying, really loud pop sound. Now, on this run, we're not using floor wedges for monitors. We're using an in-ear monitoring rig, wireless in-ear monitoring system. So I'm bringing my in-ear monitors. Now, these are from a local company here in Atlanta called Empire Ears. I've had these for about 5 years now, and these are a set of custom molded in-ear monitors. These are 4 drivers, which means they basically have 4 speakers in them, for lack of a better term. And the reason you want more than 1 driver is so you can have a better frequency response in each part of the frequency spectrum. So a 4 driver pair like these, you'll have a low driver, low mid, a high mid, and a high driver. Nowadays, you can get in-ears with 10 drivers, 12 drivers. In fact, this company, Empire, for a while was making 16 drivers per ear, and I just don't see the point in that at all, especially for someone who's gigging and playing live. Now, why would you go for custom molded monitors versus a more traditional pair of earbud style? The main reason is isolation and fit. With these being custom molded to my ear canal, they fit perfectly inside my ear, and they create a seal, which pretty much blocks out, at least I would say 90% of the ambient noise around me. The stage volume, everything gets completely blocked out. So the only thing that I'm hearing is what's coming through these monitors. Now, modern IEMs that are more of the traditional earbud style, to my understanding, have gotten a lot better than they were even 5 years ago. But unless you have custom molds, you're not going to get a perfect seal, which is going to block out all that ambient noise. Now, the trade-off is these are more expensive and they take more time to make. Also, if one of them breaks, you have to get them replaced with another pair, whereas with a more traditional earbud style, you can just go pick up another pair from a Guitar Center or whatever near you. But to me, the benefits of having a custom molded set far outweigh the cons. Now, how do you get custom molds done? There's plenty of different processes. The most common way is to go to a local audiologist or an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, somebody that deals with hearing aids and things like that, and they will literally fill the inside of your ear with a silicone mold material and let it cure and harden and take it out and send it into your in-ear monitor manufacturer, IEMM, and they will make you a set of custom ears. So next up are slides and capos. I play a lot of slide on Noah's gig, probably at least 5 or 6 songs I'm playing slide on, and I always travel with 2 slides, one glass and one brass or metal. Now the glass slides I really like. These are from a company called Silica Sound. I'll link them down below in the description. I'm not sponsored. I just really like the stuff that they make. I've had this slide for probably 4 or 5 years now, and it's starting to pit and wear a little bit, which actually kind of changes the sound a little bit, believe it or not. And this brass slide is by a company called RockSlide. The reason I like this is you can see it's got this machined sort of cutout here. And what that's for is when the slide sits on your finger, you can actually bend your finger around the bottom of the neck to get a little bit more comfortable action, as opposed to a more traditional slide like the Silica Sound where you can't really bend your finger. So you have to kind of bend your wrist around the bottom of the neck to make it work. Now I always bring 2 capos on the road as well, again for redundancy. I don't want to lose one and not have one the next night and scramble and have to find a guitar store or borrow one. So I always have 2 in my bag. They're tiny, they don't take up any space. These are my 2 favorite capos on the market for electric guitar. This is the G7th capo. These run about 40 bucks, I want to say. And these are really cool because they have a cam inside them, which makes them really easy to dial in. My other favorite one is the tried and true Shub capo. These are awesome. These have this really cool mechanism on them with the roller wheel and this tension nut. This is how you actually set the tension on your neck, again, to not over clamp and knock your tuning out. Next up is strings and string changing materials. So strings that I use are D'Addario NYXLs 10 to 46. That's what I use on all of my guitars. Now I am a D'Addario artist, so I am a little bit biased, but I've been playing the NYXLs for years and I really like them. And I always carry these 2 things with me in the case. This is from D'Addario. It's just a little fold out table neck stand. So you set this on the table, you set your neck in there, and it keeps the guitar raised up, so it's a lot easier to change your strings. And of course we have the classic string winder, string clipper, bridge pin puller combo tool here. You really can't have enough of these things. I have 5 or 6 of them strewn about the place. I keep one in just about every guitar case I have. No matter where I'm going or what guitar I'm playing, I've got a string winder ready to go. I don't have a guitar tech, so I do all my restrings myself, but you know, maybe one day. That's the goal. Now there are a couple of electronic things that I take with me to pretty much every gig. First up is the Zoom H4n handy recorder. These are awesome to have. Now, I have one because I have a YouTube channel and I like to record the shows to edit into the Backstage journals and to show you guys. But even if you're in an original band or playing for an artist, these are great to have with you to set up in the venue in front of house and actually record your shows. They record straight to a traditional SD card. They have multiple options for I/O. Of course, you have the stereo condenser mics here at the top for an XY configuration, or you can run a single or stereo mics into the bottom here, and it does provide phantom power. So if you want to use a condenser mic, you can do that. I've had this thing for years, and it comes with me to just about every gig. The other thing I like to carry is an external battery. Now I talked about this in the last What's in My Gig Bag video last year, but this is probably the best $30 I've ever spent on Amazon ever. This is a RAV Power Deluxe Series iSmart power supply. This thing is amazing. Let's see. 16,750 milliamp hours. Basically, I can charge an iPhone 10 from flat to full up to 7 or 8 times with this thing. And it's brilliant because it has 2 USB outlets. It'll charge 2 things at once. Seriously, get one of these to keep with you at all times. It's even got a flashlight on it so you can dig around in your gig bag to try and find something. Man, maybe you could even find a way to run a small pedal board off of this thing somehow. I don't know. So there you go. That's what's in my gig bag for 2019. Let me know in the comments section down below, what do you take with you on the road or to a gig or even to an open jam or a rehearsal? Did I forget something? Did I not cover something? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, if you're interested in picking up any of the gear that I talked about in today's video, that's all linked down below as well. And you can also find links to the green room. If you want to support the channel directly, you can join up with the green room, where I'm posting one-off lessons and things like my Strymon presets over there for my green room supporters. You can also download my original music there, as well as schedule one-on-one Skype sessions with me every month. All that's linked down below. Now, if you want to come see me out on the road with any of the bands I'm playing with, all that is linked at my website, rhettshull.com, under the shows tab. I keep that updated with where I'm playing, when I'm playing. So come out to a show and say hey. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Rhett Shull, and I'll catch you on the next one.